What is up, guys? Welcome back to Lone Star College Football. Today we're doing our Lone Star locks for week 3. And I'll go ahead and pass this one over to my boy Christian. What you got for us, man?
Yeah, man. Well, first things first, y'all do us a favor and y'all like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are at 50. We're halfway to 100, and we're going to do a $25 gift card when we get there. And let us know in the comment section what your best bet. If you were going to put money on a game, what would it be? That being said, jumping into last week. Last week was a bad week. In week 1, I went 3-2. Last week I went 6-5, which aren't great, but they're over 500. And last week I went 4-7, which puts me at 13-14 for the season. 1 game behind 500. I don't like it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and win all 11 this week to put myself ahead. Yeah. Okay. And so we're going to start off with the first game, most obvious win with the University of Texas San Antonio, the Roadrunners, coming to Austin. I think the newest number now is -11 in favor of Texas, and I'm going to take the Longhorns. I know we're beat up, and I don't think UTSA is bad. I just think our depth is going to be enough. And Coach Sark has kind of talked about some injuries. He actually said today that Quinn, Bijan, Hudson, and Deshaun Jameson are day-to-day. What that means, I don't know.
That's different than what I heard about Quinn.
Yeah.
I saw 4 to 6 weeks, but hearing that is great.
I've seen anywhere from day-to-day is what Sark said. I've seen 2 to 3 weeks, 4 to 6. I haven't seen one report say if it's bad enough that technically it could be a 6 to 8 week. So anywhere from day to day to 8 weeks. We're hoping for earlier.
I'm hoping tomorrow.
That would be perfect. But even then, I would say what I would like to see is go out there with Charles Wright, go out there with Roschon Johnson, do what we can. If Hudson Card is available, if Quinn is available, probably don't play Quinn. If Card is available, but he's not 100%, go out there with Charles Wright, because if we can get it done with those guys, let's just get it done with those guys and let our players heal. You know, Bama's a tough team to play, and we played them tough. We gave them everything we had. We really need a bye week is what we need, but we ain't got that to like week 7. But this is not a Texas podcast or a Texas episode. So, Logan, what do you got? What you got for your pick?
Is that a serious question here?
Well, I mean, you don't have to do the Texas UTSA one right now. You could take us to whichever pick you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the Texas UTSA. I had it at 13.5 whenever I looked at it and did mine last night. But yeah, I'll go ahead and take you on that 11, and Texas is covering for sure.
Take it.
Texas is covering for sure. It don't matter who you got starting that game. No, I'm playing. UTSA's they're a good team for sure.
They are.
But like you said, Texas depth is gonna be able to come in there and do something. No matter if that's Malik Murphy, Charles Wright, I think is what you said his name was. Never even heard of the dude until the announcers during the game. Throw Roschon at QB.
Honestly, we could.
We know what he can do.
Let's just run Wildcat every play.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Just do a little triple option, get everybody going crazy.
I like it.
But yeah, I'm gonna take Texas for sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the best pick this week. And that is Texas State coming to Waco. And last night it was at 31, but I just checked it. Now it's at 30. And I'm taking the Bears. I think that Dave Aranda's going to want to take the top off on this team, mainly because we got to get Blake Shapen back in a role, dude. Like, He didn't have his touch last game. He's first time going to Provo. The whole team's first time going to Provo, and it's those fans got to him. That defensive line got to him. He was holding on to the ball. Like he told everybody that was his main problem from week one. And he did it again because he froze up in those because of those fans. And just it was a late game. There's all kinds of things I could go on and on about that, but he's gonna bounce back this week, and I hope that that gets it going. Just like Oklahoma State did last year, the first time we played them, we're just gonna flip a switch and take off. But yeah, give me the Bears.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and hop in that one. Actually, real quick, how'd you do last week? What was your numbers?
Oh, good look, good look. So I also went 4-7, like Christian. That puts me at 12-15 on the season. But I almost gave myself some bonus points for that Appalachian State Texas A&M game.
Yeah.
And the people that watched it probably like, man, this dude's tripping, but out of there.
Man, honestly, if you had to pick that game and Marshall to beat Notre Dame,
Bro.
I'd have just called it right now and you'd have won. You'd have won the whole season right there.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I had some tough losses. Houston at Tech, that one was tough. There was another one I can't think off the top of my head that was a tough loss. Um,
So my tough loss
oh,
was Houston and Tech for sure because Houston
oh,
was
dude,
winning late.
Miami and Southern Miss. That one was like,
Yeah.
really? They couldn't get the field goal or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
We needed 4 more points in that one, I think. I lost that game twice because I had the over 51. But I'll go ahead and do Texas State at number 17, Baylor. They're playing in Waco. Baylor's, like you said, 30-point favorite. Um, I'm actually going to go with Baylor. Of course, I'm going with Baylor. Dave Aranda's out for blood. He didn't like that last week. He's got a point to make. They're gonna kill Texas State, and with that, also I have the Texas State at Baylor over under. It's 53. Give me the over.
Oh, we're doing over unders now.
I'm doing it on that game. So the reason I did that is because when I was looking, so we do one for each of the big six. The other five, honestly, are really weak. A week.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I'm gonna do an over under. I've got another over under that I think you're gonna like, but I'm gonna do that one last because I don't think you'll have it on there. So yeah, so
I
those
don't
are
do none
technically
of the
two of
over
mine.
unders.
Wow. Yeah, you can always do those, and you don't have to just keep picking games. You can pick over unders for team totals.
I got you. I got you. Noted. Noted.
And we'll do just kind of on the spot. We have 11 picks every week. We can have a 12th pick, but only if you're fighting. So if I say one and you completely disagree, then you can fight me on it and add
Oh,
that as a
bet.
12th pick. We're
Bet.
gonna do that. So you get one, I guess. August. So I did two. So go ahead. You're next.
Man, moving on to one of our big six teams that is Michigan versus UConn. That is in Ann Arbor, and the Wolverines are favored by 46 against UConn. Give me the Wolverines on that one, my dude.
All day.
Come on, man. It's Harbaugh is coming out there. I don't care if you got their walk-ons on, dude. They're gonna roll UConn easily. And then moving on to Oregon versus BYU. Oregon is a 3.5 point favorite, and I have no idea why. Besides it being in Eugene, that's it. Bo Nix is not going to get rid of the ball. And if he does, it's going to be out of bounds, throwing it into the stands. Give me the Cougars. Come
Yeah.
on. Y'all didn't see how they just played against Baylor?
Yeah, man. I am right there with you. UConn and Michigan at 46. I'm gonna take Michigan all day. They kind of let me down last week in the Hawaii game. They did not win by 51. They also did not get over 67 points in the game. So I kind of got let down on that one. But UConn's even worse than Hawaii. So I like that.
We can
I'm not
try
gonna
this
bet the
again.
over under in the game though. Right. Let me go ahead and do the other one you did, and then I'll give one more. BYU and Oregon, like you said, or it's Oregon 4.5. I picked BYU also.
Well, it's at 3.5
I was
now if you want to go
honestly
ahead
was
and
really
take that.
impressed. Do what?
It's at 3.5 now if you want to take that.
No. So if you're gonna go on the other team, you want that number to be as big as possible because now it gives you room where Oregon could win by 4, and I still win because they have to win by 5. So as long as the number is there, so whenever I looked at mine,
True.
whenever I was doing
Gotcha.
my list, the spread was 4.5. The current spread is now 3.5. But whenever I looked at it and made my list, it was 4.5. So I'm gonna keep the number that
I
benefits
see
me and
what
gives
you're
me the
saying.
best chance of winning.
I see what you're saying. I'm just trying to
So
help
if the
myself out.
number is a better number for you now and you could bet it now, then you can change that number. Um, So yeah, we agree on both of those. I honestly think we're gonna agree on because we have two more in our
Yeah.
big six. Number 15 at number 24, A&M. I think we're gonna agree on this one that A&M ain't winning that game. It's a 6-point spread in favor of A&M. Miami is a 6-point dog. Are you kidding? It's 5.5 now, but I've got it here at 6. Are you
Same.
kidding me? Give me give me the
After what
Hurricanes.
happened last week, Kyle Field doesn't mean anything apparently.
No,
But
yeah, and their little midnight yell practice, I'm sure will be great next week. I'm sure the
that's
Giggle
okay.
Texas Ags. I'm
That is
sure they'll
like
come
push-up
out.
forms. Mm, mm,
No,
mm.
man. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Questionable.
Give me the Hurricanes on that one. I mean, you can't expect me to not go against A&M after I called that one last week. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
I don't blame you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll go ahead and move on. I've got OU at Nebraska. I'm not sure what it's at right now. I'm sure it's probably higher than what it was if I can find it. I
What you
cannot.
have it at? I have it at 14.
Mine's at 13 and a half.
So right
Right
now
now
it's
it's
at
at
11 and a half. 11 and a half.
I'll take that
Yeah,
one
I'm taking that number.
for sure. Give me the Sooners. I have no idea who Nebraska's coach is. I heard it on a podcast earlier today, but I know it is not Scott Frost. And Casey Thompson is playing like dog water.
He's been doing it.
Boomer Sooner.
Did you have Mississippi State and LSU? Did you do that one?
Oh
Did you
no, I
already
didn't
talk?
talk about that one. No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's our last big six. It's Mississippi State at LSU. Mississippi State is a 2-point favorite. I've got the Tigers on that one.
Oh yeah,
I like
same.
LSU in that game.
I got LSU going and winning that one. I think that's in Baton Rouge, correct?
Yeah, it is. Which is a technically it is a home game for LSU. The states are right next to each other. It's really not that far. LSU is kind of a thin, or Louisiana rather, is kind of a thin state. So,
True.
but
Go
I'll touch on
Tigers.
the Oklahoma Nebraska. Same. I'm right there with you on OU. 11 and a half. I love it. I was gonna take it over on 14, so I'm definitely taking it at 11 and a half. Getting into some territory where we might have some different ones. I've got three more. Let's start with Kansas at Houston. Let me find the spread. I've currently got a spread of 10 in favor of Houston.
I've got 9.5 from
You've
last
got
night.
9.5.
Yeah, that's from last night though.
It's I mean, I'll take 9.5 over 10 because that means that they actually have to do better. So it still shows 10 here. So at Houston, 9.5 point favor. Actually, no, I'll keep my 10 because I'm picking Kansas. I'm picking the
Yeah.
Jayhawks to beat Houston, dude. Houston almost lost. Houston did lose to Tech. They didn't play great against UTSA. They beat them, but it was in overtime. 3 overtimes to be exact. And Kansas is kind of playing. I saw a thing. Kansas is #1 in the country for points per game right now.
Yeah.
Give me the Jayhawks. I mean, Lance Leipold, he's got this team rolling. I'm excited to see them. I think they can go 3-0. And if they do, ever check out that Lone Star poll. And if the AP poll don't have them ranked at 3-0, there's something wrong.
Oh yeah, for
Give me
sure.
the
I
Jayhawks.
also took the Jayhawks in that game. I was telling you this week that I'm gonna pick that game. All right, Lance Lipo, dude, killing the game right now. West
I,
Virginia, what happened, dude? JT Daniels was supposed to save the day in the season, but
yeah,
man, Houston lost to Tech. I got Tech like at the bottom of the Big 12, ahead of Kansas.
maybe not.
Maybe not no more. My Big 12
Maybe not.
predictions were off, obviously. But yeah, give me the Jayhawks, man. Come on with it.
I like it.
Got so. But I got challenged on my next one here. That would be Cal at Notre Dame.
Cal at Notre Dame. Yeah, I did challenge you on that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Because you didn't want to believe me.
I told guys.
So,
So what he's talking about is I told him with how confident he is on his assessment of Notre Dame that he has to pick this game.
okay, what's it
So
at? Oh, it's at 10.5. I'm
trying
going
to
to keep it
find
at
it.
11 where I found it last night.
Okay. Notre Dame by 11, I'm guessing.
No,
What are you doing?
no. Give me Cal, bro. What are you talking about?
You're gonna
Notre Dame
take
is
Cal,
trash. Notre Dame is trash.
dude. I
Let's
don't
let's
know
look
about
at
the.
let's look at the Golden Bears real quick. Um, don't look at Plummer's touchdown to interception ratio. It's 4-2.
So I can get you. I can get you Cal. I can get you 10.5 for Notre Dame. Um. Oh no, that doesn't benefit you. No,
Yeah,
you want 11. Never mind. Sorry about that.
but Cal's running back Ott 24 attempts for 156 yards. Man's got 6.5 per carry. I mean, that's their leading back right now. He's got one touchdown. Receivers, they got Hunter, 11 receptions, 157 yards. Then they got, I don't even know how to say that guy's second last name, but it's Michael S. It's Michael S., right? 10 receptions, 104 yards.
Yeah.
They don't seem bad. Don't seem
Hmm.
bad. They got one dude that's got 17 total tackles as a linebacker. Um, Their defense has 5 sacks, 2.5 go to Carlton. The defense is good. I don't know, man. I'm going with the Golden Bears. If I gotta take an L right here just to prove a point, I'll take the L. I'm not
I'll tell you
confident in
what.
Notre Dame.
Here's what I'll say. All right. Because I told you I could fight you on one. You can fight
Mhm.
me on one. We don't have to, but you can. And I'm not fighting you on it. I'm not confident in Notre Dame either. I think you could win that. I think that's a winnable pick that you made. I'm not gonna fight it. I don't want no I don't want no skin in that game.
I don't blame
Uh,
you.
I can tell you though, you talked about Notre Dame who had a pretty bad upset this week. I'm gonna pick a game for a team that got a good upset this week. I got Troy and App State. And I would like go ahead see if you could find the spread on that currently. I've got it at 13. App State by negative 13, so they have to win by 14 or more
I had it
against
at 12 and a
Troy.
half.
12 and a half. I'm gonna take that.
Let
And
me see if I can find another one.
I'm taking App State. Of course, I'm taking App State. I scored 62 on NC State and then almost beat NC State and then beat A&M, and they're going to play Troy in it's a home game for App State. I'm going to take
Yeah,
that
it's at
12 and a
12 and a
half.
half still.
I'm going to take that all day.
Give me the Mountaineers, boy. What is wrong with y'all?
You picked that one
Man,
too. Good, good.
yes, sir. Man, give me the Mountaineers and not West Virginia's sorry selves. Um, Man, App State is
Absolutely
cold.
not.
I tried telling y'all last week they are cold.
You did. Logan with possibly two of the most, I guess technically one really impressive prediction with App State over A&M. You didn't predict Marshall to beat Notre Dame. You
Not
just said
on
Notre Dame was
recording.
overrated.
Not on
No, you never
recording.
predicted that. You said they were overrated. There was
No,
never
yeah,
the
you're right. You're right.
utterance of words that would suggest you thought Marshall was going to win that game. I've
But
only got one more. Do you have two more?
I've got no, because I already talked about OU. I got one.
All right. Well, give us your last one. Let's see if I'm gonna fight you on it or not.
Tech at NC State.
Uh-oh.
9.5 favorite is NC State. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna check that one real quick.
Got it's at 10 and a half now. NC State by 10 and a half.
That should help me. Oh yeah, that's helping me. That gives me a whole nother point. Go Raiders.
Really? Really?
I don't know about that one. That's the kind of one that I wanted to see a Big 12 team win.
Yeah.
Because
I
NC
mean,
State is playing like booty cheeks. Tech is 2-0. NC State's 2-0, but Eastern Carolina.
hmm.
Eastern Carolina. And dude, Donovan Smith, that's his name, right? Donovan Smith.
Yeah.
Dude is going crazy. Listen, dude is
Going
an
crazy by
athlete.
throwing the ball to the wrong team.
Dude, no. He should have been a starter. Tyler showed. Bye bye. Might as well transfer again. Mm-mm. No, but yeah, give me the Raiders on that one. I think they'll be able to go in there and upset, or not even upset, but they'll hold them to a touchdown.
I
Yeah.
know you see me typing over here. That is me adding one more thing because I am fighting you on this, my boy.
What's up with it? Then?
Uh Now we've talked about NC State a couple times on here. I don't have them ranked because they barely beat Eastern Carolina. Here's my thing: Donovan Smith, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
That's fine.
NC State is better than Houston. They beat Houston. They shouldn't have beat Houston. Houston scored with too much time on the clock when they could have wasted some more. Gave Tech the ball. They got a field goal, took it in 2 overtimes. Where Houston, check this out. In overtime in college, Houston won the coin toss and wanted the ball first. When do you ever want the ball first in college football? You always want defense first. So you know when you get on offense, you know what you need.
Yeah,
I think that was, I don't know if the coach told him to do that. I don't know if that was just a player not understanding the game. Um, I, I'm taking NC State on this, especially at 10 and a half. I've got a lot of room. Is that what it was? 10 and a half?
yeah, that's what it's at now. It wasn't 9.5.
It was at
Yesterday.
9.5. Okay, if it was at 9.5, I'm taking the 9.5 number.
Oh
Uh
wait, so if you fight me, you gotta take a different number.
yeah, no, I guess it makes more sense if I've got to take the same number that you take. I'll take the 10.5. I'm gonna take it.
I'm not
I'll take
confident in that, anyways. So I don't know.
10.5. I'm
But yeah,
locking it up. See state. Well,
I'm
I've
excited
got
about
one.
Kansas.
Huh?
I'm excited about this Kansas game.
Me too. Me too. I've got one more though. Um, one more that I doubt you've got. Well, I know you don't have because if you had it, then you would have already said it. And I don't think you'll fight me on it, to be honest with you. You're more than welcome to if you would like. Let me go ahead and pull this number up for me. I have Air Force at Wyoming. Okay.
Ooh, I saw that.
Now the spread is 17, but that's not what I'm doing here.
You're in the over and under.
The over-under on this game is 49. I now got it at 48 and a half now. Check this out, Chief. At 48 and a half. Air Force's quarterback has only thrown the ball 11 times all season. We're 2 weeks in.
Do what?
We're 2 weeks in. He's completed 4 passes on 11 attempts. And check this out. The running back for Wyoming has more carries than the running back for Air Force. He has 43 carries already. They're gonna run this ball, both teams. Their quarterback for Wyoming is just over 50%. He's got good yards. I mean, he's got 430 yards, but he's just over 50%. They're both running the ball like mad. And then this you want the over under to be wait, do I want 48 and a half or do I want 49? Because I'm
What?
picking the under. I want 49 because I'm picking the under.
No, 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 no,
49?
no.
You kidding me? Uh okay, if you want to fight me, I'll gladly let you fight me on that one too.
Dang,
Fight me.
dang.
Who knows? Maybe they'll come out slanging it.
I doubt it. Dude is 4 for 11.
4 for 11 for 117 yards. I mean, he's got good yards on it. Yeah. And a touchdown.
It's crazy.
But they're the quarterback for Wyoming, 44 of 80. So just over 50%, 430 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick.
Well, this dude's well under 50%. He's 4 for 11.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty bad. So I clicked on the game. I was expecting the over under to be like
20.
32. No, not that low, but like 32, you know, a little 20 to
Air
20 to
Force,
13 score would have gone over, but no. 49.
Air, bro. Air Force's leading receiver has 2 receptions for 88 yards.
For 88. Now, I will say, to be fair with y'all, Air Force in the last 2 games has scored 48 and 41 points. So I don't want this to seem like it's too easy. While Wyoming has actually, wow, Wyoming's already played 3 games. They've scored 6, 40, and 33. I could very easily be wrong on this. I'm just kind of banking that the run game is going to waste enough clock to keep it under 49. Like, honestly, it might not be the dumbest thing if you did fight me, but I kind of want you to fight me because I
I'm gonna fight you
think you will fight me.
just for laughs and giggles here.
Mm,
Ooh,
type it up then.
this is gonna be fun.
Logan's taking the over on 49.
I see
Hey
it at
man.
48 and a half, but since you got 49,
Yeah.
whatever.
Which means
Whatever.
if they score 49 points, you don't win. Neither do I, but you
It's
don't either.
crap. No, but yeah. I mean, just looking at the points averages, like their offensive points average, that's pretty good. It's 44 and a half and 26.3. Whew. Excuse me. But their points allowed is what's scaring me. Air Force is only allowed 13 and a half per game. Wyoming 28.3.
My headphone died.
Well, I can still hear you, so that helps. But, anyways, dude, I think this has a possibility to go over. Very slim. But, I mean, it's only got to be like, what's a decent number here? Like
There we go.
24 to what? 26? Be fine.
For the over on that. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like looking at their scores would honestly make you feel really comfortable about the over. I'm just hoping that they run the ball and
I hope I get this one.
yeah,
Because
this is a fun one.
the whole offseason, all we ever talked about was like, all right, look, if the service academies are playing, take
Take
them.
the well, so
Now,
that stat is when Air Force and Navy play, take the under.
no,
So
for sure.
but hey man, we are running. We just got 5 minutes on this one. So we're gonna close it out unless you got anything left for us.
Nope.
All right. Well,
Fighting Irish is overrated.
fighting Irish. You're correct. I will concede that to y'all. With that being said, guys, y'all can find him at LPasson_3. You can find me at Christian H_88. You can find our channel on Twitter at Lonestar_CFB. Appreciate y'all.